Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Saturday. We got 16 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on MLB player props, you already know, go ahead and sign up with Parlay Play in the description below. Get free entries when you guys sign up, so go ahead and hop in there and get some nice wins. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Big slate today. Starting with the Detroit Tigers versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as big home favorites at minus 280. The Tigers plus 240 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Tigers is Bo Brisky with an ERA of 5.25. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Yankees is Luis Severino with an ERA of 3.37. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Yankees winning yesterday 13-0 against Detroit. It was an absolute massacre. Yankees on a 4-game winning streak, 8-2 in their last 10. They're playing very well. Detroit 1-4 on the road against the Yankees, where they struggle. Yeah, love the Yankees at home. What they did to Detroit yesterday. Going to be hard to trust Detroit here. Brisky giving up 12 runs in his last 3 starts on the mound here. I'm taking the Yankees at home. Next matchup, we have the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Chicago Cubs. Cardinals opening up as road favorites at minus 120. The Cubs plus 100 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Cardinals is Andre Palante with an ERA of 1.07. It looks like he's getting his first start of the season here. And then pitching for the Cubs is Matt Swarmer with an ERA of 1.50. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 6 strikeouts. St. Louis winning yesterday's matchup 14-5. Played very well yesterday against the Cubs. St. Louis 6-1 on the road against Chicago. Chicago 1-6 at home against St. Louis, where they've struggled a bit. I'm liking the Cardinals on the road. They looked very good yesterday. Cubs, they just could not get it going. And they struggle at home against the Cardinals here. I'm going to take a shot with the Cardinals on the road. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Twins versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto opening up as home favorites at minus 160. Minnesota plus 150 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Twins is Dylan Bundy with an ERA of 4.76. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Pitching for Toronto is Jose Barrios with an ERA of 5.62. His last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 6 runs, and had 1 strikeout. Minnesota beating Toronto yesterday 9-3, ruining Toronto's 8-game win streak. Minnesota 9-2 on the road against Toronto, where they've actually played very well. Barrios has given up 9 runs in his last 3 starts. Bundy's only given up 5 in his last 3 starts here. Yeah, Barrios hasn't been that solid on the mound. He's actually given up a lot of runs here. I'm going to take a shot with Minnesota plus 1.5 on the road. Looked very good yesterday in that 9-3 win. Got out of that losing streak against Detroit here. Yeah, I'm going to take Minnesota plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates opening up as home favorites at minus 130. Arizona plus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Davies with an ERA of 4.84. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Pirates is Roansy Contreras with an ERA of 2.55. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Arizona winning yesterday's matchup 8-6. They're 15-3 against Pittsburgh, where they've been pretty dominant. 12-2 on the road against Pittsburgh. And yeah, Pitt, they've just 2-12 at home against Arizona, where they've struggled here. I'm going to take a shot again with Arizona plus 1.5 on the road here. Looked good yesterday. They've been dominant against Pittsburgh here. And yeah, I'm going to take Arizona plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the Cleveland Guardians versus the Baltimore Orioles. Cleveland opening up as road favorites at minus 130. Baltimore plus 110 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Guardians is Tristan McKenzie with an ERA of 2.65. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Orioles is Tyler Wells with an ERA of 3.71. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Cleveland on a 4-game winning streak, beating Baltimore yesterday 6-3. Baltimore on a 2-game losing streak. Cleveland on a 5-game winning streak against Baltimore, where they've played very well. And yeah, I'm liking the Guardians on the road here. Been really good against Baltimore. Got a nice little 4-game winning streak. I'm going to take Cleveland on the road. Next matchup, we have the Seattle Mariners versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at minus 125. Seattle plus 105 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Mariners is Marco Gonzalez with an ERA of 3.55. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rangers is Glenn Otto with an ERA of 4.33. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Seattle beating the Rangers yesterday 4-3. They're on a 2-game winning streak. The Rangers on a 3-game losing streak right now. Seattle's 8-1 against the Rangers, but they've been very dominant here. Pretty even pitching matchup in this one here. I'm going to take a shot with Seattle plus 1.5 on the road. They've been dominant against the Rangers here, getting them plus money again. Winning yesterday's matchup. Yeah, I'm going to take Mariners plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the Boston Red Sox versus the Oakland Athletics. Boston opening up as road favorites at minus 125. Oakland plus 105 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Red Sox is Nick Pivetta with an ERA at 3.95. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for Oakland is Paul Blackburn with an ERA of 2.15. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Boston beating Oakland yesterday 7-2. Oakland on a 4-game losing streak. They're 1-7 in their last 8 right now, where they've been playing horrible. 1-8 at home. Yeah, very hard to trust Oakland here. They've just played very poorly. And I'm going to take the Red Sox on the road. Next matchup, we have the Chicago White Sox versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay opening up as home favorites at minus 120. Chicago plus 100 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the White Sox is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 3.69. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rays is Drew Rasmussen with an ERA of 3.47. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. The White Sox on a 4-game losing streak, losing to Tampa Bay yesterday 6-3. Tampa Bay on a 3-game winning streak, 7-2 at home, 4-1 at home against the White Sox, where they've been very good. Yeah, I'm liking the Rays at home here. Looked good yesterday. White Sox just on a bad losing streak, not playing very well here. I'm going to roll with the Rays at home. Next matchup, we have the Houston Astros versus the Kansas City Royals. Houston opening up as road favorites at minus 167. Kansas City plus 145 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Astros is Luis Garcia with an ERA of 3.14. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run and had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Royals is Chris Bubik with an ERA of 12.83. His last start, he pitched 4 innings. He pitched 1 inning, gave up 4 runs and had 0 strikeouts. Houston on a 5-game winning streak, beating the Royals yesterday 10-3. The Royals on a 5-game losing streak. They're not playing very well. Houston 9-3 on the road against the Royals, where they've been very good here. And yeah, Bubik just has not been good on the mound for the Royals here. Garcia's been pretty solid here. I'm going to take the Astros on the road. Next matchup, we have the San Diego Padres versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at minus 130. The Padres plus 170 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Padres is Mackenzie Gore with an ERA of 1.71. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 9 strikeouts. Pitching for the Brewers is Aaron Ashby with an ERA of 2.70. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 12 strikeouts. San Diego winning against the Brewers yesterday 7-0. Played very well in yesterday's matchup. Brewers 1-3 in their last 4 right now. Pretty even pitching matchup in this one here. I'm liking Padres on the road again here, getting pretty good value for money line, and and for the plus 1.5, it's not too bad as well. Coming off a nice shutout game yesterday here. I'm going to roll with the Padres plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the San Francisco Giants versus the Miami Marlins. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at minus 110 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.52. His last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 10 strikeouts. Pitching for the Marlins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA of 1.98. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. San Francisco coming off a 15-6 win yesterday against the Marlins, where they just hit very well in yesterday's matchup. They're 7-3 against the Marlins here. Marlins 5-10 at home, so not playing the best home baseball in this one. In a pick'em scenario, I'm gonna roll with, I guess, the team coming off a hot game, which is the Giants. Huge game yesterday, scoring 15 runs. Kind of a tough matchup here, but I'm gonna lean with the Giants on the road. Next matchup, we have the Washington Nationals versus the Cincinnati Reds. Reds opening up as home favorites at minus 135. Washington plus 115 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Nationals is Eric Fedde with an ERA of 4.60. His last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 6 runs, and had 0 strikeouts. Pitching for the Reds is Tyler Mahle with an ERA of 5.03. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Washington winning yesterday's matchup 8-5. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty ugly matchup here. Not in love with it whatsoever. Both pitchers really have not been amazing. I'm gonna take Nationals plus 1.5 on the road. Just don't really trust either team here. I feel like it could go either way. So I'm gonna take Nationals plus 1.5. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Angels versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at minus 180. The Angels plus 148 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Angels is Michael Lorenzen with an ERA of 3.19. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Phillies is Zach Wheeler with an ERA of 3.16. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 7 strikeouts. The Angels on a 9-game losing streak, losing to the Phillies yesterday 10-0. It's just been a rough for the Angels. And, Phillies fire their coach, getting a 10-0 win with their interim coach. Very hard to trust the Angels here. They've just been playing horrible on a huge losing streak. I don't know what's going on with the Angels, but I'm staying away from them. I'm taking the Phillies at home. Next matchup, we have the Atlanta Braves versus the Colorado Rockies. Braves opening up as road favorites at -175. The Rockies +145 with the over-under at 11.5. Pitching for the Braves is Spencer Strider with an ERA at 3.45. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Rockies is Kyle Freeland with an ERA at 4.96. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Braves on a 3-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back wins against Colorado. They're 9-3 as the favorite right now in their last 12. Freeland's given up 9 runs in his last three starts here. I'm gonna lean with the Braves on the road. They've played very well against the Rockies so far in the last few games, and they've been playing very well on a 3-game winning streak here. I'm gonna lean with the Braves on the road. Next matchup, we have the New York Mets versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -185. The Mets +155 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Mets is David Peterson with an ERA of 3.03. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 1 strikeout. Pitching for the Dodgers is Walker Buehler with an ERA of 3.22. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 7 strikeouts. The Mets on a 2-game losing streak against the Dodgers. Have only put up 1 run in those last 2 matchups. 1-9 against the Dodgers, 1-7 on the road against the Dodgers here. Rolling with the Dodgers at home. They've just been pretty dominant against the Mets. I do like Walker Buehler on the mound. Rolling with the Dodgers at home. And then the last matchup, we have a doubleheader. It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cubs. This is game 2. Really don't have any information on this matchup here. I do see that I'm looking like I can't find any lines for this game, and to be honest, I can't find any starting pitchers for this game. So a lot of question marks on this. Honestly, stay away from the doubleheader unless you like who ends up pitching later on when that comes out. Go for it, but yeah, I'm not even going to give my opinion on this because I don't know the line. I don't know who is pitching on either side because there's really no information. This is a 7:15 p.m. game, so one of the last games of the night. Until the information is released, yeah, I'm just going to stay away from this here. Whenever the info does come out, do your own research, but I see really no reason to even bet on a doubleheader game 2. Just stay away from it. And yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.